I'm back, and Atari has brought us another update as well as another company bringing their project into the light. This video I'm going to review Atari's new blog post, which is number 11, and a new competitor project from a familiar company. Now this blog contains one screenshot, which I can finally say is a high quality screenshot. Whether it's a rendering or not, it's a good screenshot and it's a big expectation. However, the first paragraph would downplay it, so let's read through this blog. First paragraph. Hope everyone is excited. Great games, great progress, a lot of work to do with our large team. The similar stuff we've been hearing from the last blogs. One part says that the new developer that they have not given the name yet is apparently a big company. But one thing that concerns me about this paragraph is that they claim they were at E3 showing their projects. Now, if there was a link to a YouTube video, an article, or any other irrefutable evidence that Atari was at E3 of this year, I would accept it. But here they just falsely impress the audience because they don't show any proof that they were at E3. I mean, I Google searched Atari E3 2015, and I also Googled RollerCoaster Tycoon World E3, and there is no article, no videos, no pictures or sound clips to confirm that Atari was present at E3 of this year. So here we have Atari's blog making a claim without any proof, or they just flat out lie to their own fan base. I myself am not surprised because being inconvenient and making claims without proving anything is something that I've seen Atari do for a long while. However, the screenshot will probably counter all of this. Next paragraph. The work so far will now allow us to show full in-game screenshots rather than engine shots. Unedited screenshots shown below. We will get to that in a second. The third paragraph basically says what's in the screenshot. The fourth paragraph says, we will show more development screenshots later, and we will soon have a big reveal. And finally, the fifth paragraph just says, keep posting your ideas, give us requests, join our community, etc., etc. Now finally we can get to the screenshot, and I'm surprised that Atari finally put up a high quality in-game screenshot. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the very first screenshot that shows players the graphical visuals that they wanted to see in the first place. Let's analyze this amazing image. First, the background. The sky is clear as day and I could see some clouds on the side. I hope this game also has the day to night and the weather transitions, because that was an interesting feature from the previous games. And since I can see a mountain in the distance, I hope it's actually modeled or in a good detailed skybox rather than easily noticing that it is a box. By the looks of it, it is modeled as a physical thing in the game, which is something I like. Now the textures are excellent for a game like this to be leveled up from a 10-year advancement after RollerCoaster Tycoon 3. The trees are well textured, the brick columns, the grass, everything. But it doesn't end there. The lighting mechanic. The way the trees have separated lights from the shadows make it almost look like real life. The arc between the two columns, you can clearly see the shape of the faces and the lights reflected in the right places, which also gives the hint that the day to night transitions will also affect the lighting in everything to this game. Now the paths are straight and I don't see any curved paths, but I guess they're not showing that yet. All in all, if these levels of visuals are included in the game, then the graphics that everyone wanted from the start will be amazing. I mean, if that gameplay teaser had these types of graphics, then the people would not have the negative reaction. Now, unfortunately, this is the only screenshot they are showing, but they did say that they will show more. But what still puzzles me about this is that they have not updated the front page with the screenshots, and they're still showing the outdated screenshots from 2014. The same is present for the gallery on the Steam page. And now I can talk about the competitor that appeared. This happened before Atari put up their last blog post that I just went through. The competitor is the familiar developer Frontier. Yes, that's right, the exact same people who made the last official RollerCoaster Tycoon game under the publisher Atari are now against them making their own similar game. This proves that Frontier is not the development team of RollerCoaster Tycoon World, as people were speculating before they made their announcement. Now, when they announced their game, they did something that Atari didn't do. They actually showed up at E3 2015 for the PC, so they really spoiled Atari right there. Ironic, right? Frontier has showed us the trailer for their new coaster park simulation game. Before we get to the trailer, let's know that it's no longer called Coaster Park Tycoon. It is now called Planet Coaster, and they changed the name because I guess they want to avoid name copyright and want to distance it from the other game. And it's an original name so that people won't get it confused with RollerCoaster Tycoon World. Now, the trailer is all CGI, but it's the whole trailer nonetheless. And it's actually a trailer to build up some hype because even though this is not in-game, it's a quality trailer for the game it's advertising. Compare that to the trailers that Atari made for RollerCoaster Tycoon World. Both trailers have footage fooling the audiences with live action sequences. People believed those were the gameplay graphics, but when the transition happened, it just pissed them off as if they were lied to. Now let's try to analyze this trailer. Everything we see should be expected in the game. Looks like we can see some basic things we were able to do in the past games like decoration placing and terraforming, and by the looks of it, the terraforming will be as flexible or better than what RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 had, because they know how their previous game works because they're the ones who developed it. Now they brought back similar path designs, but if we look deeper we can see that the game might support diagonal path systems. Now, while that is a bit more flexible, it isn't enough, but I do see a little curved path around the ride with seats on it, so this is a bit of a hint that the game will support curved paths. If I believe correctly, we can see right here that these are probably queue path lines. So the queue path line sizes are more realistic, like a real single file line, rather than being a thick line with people clustered in one square. And I hope it's also as flexible as people want them to be. The decorations are aligned with the paths, so the decoration placing should have wider freedom, like a full 360-degree turning mechanic how you want the decoration to be placed. And at least they are showing us the possibilities of what we are seeing. Now the character models are similar to RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, except with upgraded graphics as we wanted them. Then we see the main attractions, the roller coasters. The way I see it, the coaster building mechanic should be the malleable spline system that we have with high definition coaster simulators today. As for the dinosaur entertainer, I hope I'm able to choose a wide variety of neutral themed suits and full color customizations, like if I want my dinosaur to be green wearing a red shirt. And at the near end we can see the park entrance in a curved formation, and we can see some mid-path seats around it, so this hints some more new options for park accessories. That's about it for the trailer, and it's everything we expect to see in the game. Now that we're done with the trailer, let's go to the official website. Right at the beginning, we can see that the main banner of the official website of Planet Coaster is fully animated. Guests are running around, and even the guests on the coaster say hi to the audience. We'll scroll through these access orders and purchases. Construction? Are these 3D screenshots? Let's look at them. What's taking so long? Oh wait! These aren't screenshots! These are full 3D camera perspectives! You can scroll, pan, and rotate anywhere. This is 1,000,000 times better than seeing two different angles of a boring booth. Why see two different angles when you can see any angle? There are even guests on it. And this is just the roller coaster. There are two other 3D perspectives. The things I don't like are the guests' faces, especially the eyes. They look unsettling with those button eyes without scleras. I'd rather you give them more realistic eyeballs with a white outline on them. Nonetheless, this is definitely a step up in media right here. But I digress, this is before Atari's latest screenshot. But still, it looks like Frontier has been doing a lot of work because they're actually showing their work right when they put up their website and the reveal trailer. That is about it for this video. Now, while Atari's new RollerCoaster Tycoon World screenshot is great, Frontier has a more quantity of content after revealing their project. Plus, they have a more development time since they say the release date is 2016 opposed to 2015 for RollerCoaster Tycoon World. Don't get me wrong, Atari's new screenshot is amazing. The thing is, if they showed this earlier, it would have been better. Especially if they showed this level of graphics in the trailer, nobody would have gotten pissed off. And Atari's probably going to step up their game since their competitor is present. So I hope at least one of these two games succeed. If they both fail, then it's a massive disappointment. Anyway, this is Darkstar Archangel. I hope that you people and these games have an extraordinary successful future.